Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Friday, August the 15th. We got a full 15-game slate here for Friday, guys, and I've got some early player props I like for today. Taking a first look at the board Thursday night, recording this video the night before. Going to give you 3 early plays I like looking at the board the night before, and we're going to break down these plays. We're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below for me. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and play your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 worth of free lineups instantly added to your account. So Prizepicks going to hook you up with some free lineups when you sign up and use code NOAH. Definitely check them out if you guys have not yet. And then also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper, so I want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper. You guys can go download the Sleeper app, use promo code NOAH over there. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on that first deposit, Sleeper will match it up to $100. If you want to deposit $100, they will give you an additional $100 to play with. You don't have to deposit $100, but again, the more amount of money you deposit up to $100, the bigger bonus that you get. So definitely check out Sleeper, guys. Take advantage of that deposit bonus, again, by using that code NOAH. And if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're just a DFS pick'em app. They're very similar to Prizepicks. They're very similar to all the DFS pick'em apps that you see around the industry. You're just picking more or less on player projections. You're building out your lineup. You can do multi-sport lineups on Sleeper. You can win up to 100 extra money. You can mix and match sports. So it's a lot of fun, guys. Check them out. And again, use that code NOAH if you have not signed up for Sleeper yet. But yeah, we got some plays to talk about here for this slate on Friday, guys. Now, I did not make a video for Thursday, so I decided, not to make a video. It was a small slate on Thursday. Also, looking at the board the night before, there really weren't any props that I really liked that much. So took Thursday off, didn't do a video for Thursday. We did give out 3 plays, though, for Wednesday. Did go 3-0 on the 3 plays we gave out Wednesday, so hopefully you guys did tail. It's been a stretch of like consistently going 2 and 3, like hitting 2 out of 3 plays, but we finally got that full sweep on Wednesday. So let's see if we can do it again here for this slate on Friday, guys. So talking through the first 2 plays I like for today, they're both going to be hitter props. We're gonna look at doing a 2-pick correlated stack here, taking 2 hitters on the same team. This is something that I like doing on Prizepicks. There's correlation when you take hitters on the same team because obviously, if a team scores a lot of runs, there's a very good chance that a lot of hitters on that team are going to be getting hits, runs, RBIs, fantasy points, whatever whatever it may be. Fantasy points is obviously the stat type that I like to look at a lot, just because it kind of accounts for everything, whether it be walks, hits, singles, doubles, triples, home runs, stolen bases, hits, RBIs, runs scored, like pretty much everything you get points for when you look at fantasy score. And I think the Astros are in a pretty good spot here to score some runs. They're going to be facing Brandon Young. Brandon Young pitching for the Orioles today. Brandon Young has not been very good this season. You look at his ERA, he's got a 6.7 ERA. Now his expected ERA is only 4.8, so he's due for some positive regression. He's definitely, he's not going to continue to be as bad as he's been. But you look at a lot of his stats, he ranks below league average in almost every metric you want to look at. Expected ERA, expected batting average. He's a guy that has very little strikeout stuff. He doesn't get a lot of swings and misses. He doesn't get a lot of chases. He will walk a good amount of batters, has a walk rate near 10%, gives up some barrels, gives up hard hits. Just not that good of a pitcher. And we look at the Astros team total for today. The Astros have a team total near 5 runs. So I think this does set up as a pretty good spot for the Astros to be able to put up some runs on Brandon Young. The 2 hitters that I'm liking in this spot are Jeremy Pena and Jose Altuve. So we're going to take both of them for more than 6.5 hitter fantasy score. And let's kind of talk through why I like these 2 guys. So if we look at Brandon Young and if we look at his splits this season, he's been pretty bad against both lefties and righties. Lefties are hitting .319 with a .398 on base percentage and a .575 slug against Young. And if we look at his numbers against righties, he's allowed a .313 average, .351 on base percentage, .567 slug. So not quite as bad as he's been to lefties, but still pretty bad, giving up over a .300 average, over a .350 on base percentage, over a .560 slug. Like, that's still pretty bad. So righties have had a lot of success against Brandon Young this season, and Jeremy Pena, Jose Altuve, these are 2 guys that have hit right-handed pitching very well this season. If you look at Jeremy Pena's numbers against right-handed pitching, batting .321 against right-handed pitching, so he's been hitting for average really well, getting on base a lot, .377 on base percentage, .500 slug, .877 OPS, 145 WRC plus, all very good numbers. Pena's numbers have also been better at home this year. His average at home, .360, whereas on the road is only .277. But .360 average at home, .414 on base percentage, .545 slug, .959 OPS, 169 WRC plus. So just some really good numbers from Jeremy Pena, especially at home this year. And then if we look at Jose Altuve, Altuve's kind of been the same. He's got good numbers against right-handed pitching, .285 average, .348 on base percentage, .465 slug. Definitely not hitting for as much power this year. Altuve is, but he's still hitting for a good amount. He's still getting on base, still hitting for average. Not hitting for as much power, but his numbers, besides the power numbers, have been really good. He's also been a little bit better at home as well. Altuve has at home this year, batting .309, .362 on base percentage, .502 slug, .864 OPS, 139 WRC plus at home. On the road, 112 WRC plus. So both Pena and Altuve, I think, set up pretty well in this spot against Brandon Young. And Brandon Young, he's a big fastball guy. He's a pitcher that relies heavily on his fastball. He's throwing his fastball over 43% of the time, so damn near half his pitches are fastballs, close to it. And Jeremy Pena and Jose Altuve are both great fastball hitters. If you look at Pena's numbers this year against fastballs, .361 average, .699 slug, really, really good. And if we look at Jose Altuve's numbers against fastballs, Altuve's always been a great fastball hitter. This year against fastballs, .344 average, .677 slug. So just, you can check so many boxes in the spot for both these hitters, Pena and Altuve. And these two guys, they typically bat right towards the top of the order. Usually I think Pena bats leadoff and Altuve usually bats either second or third. So let's say Pena gets on base and then Altuve drives him in. You're going to get points for both Pena scoring a run, Altuve getting the hit, getting the RBI. So that's why there's correlation when you take hitters on the same team. And again, I think it's a good spot for the Astros to put up some runs here, like this spot specifically for Jeremy Pena and Jose Altuve. We're going to take both of them for more than 6.5 fantasy score. And then our other play that we're going to take is going to be a strikeouts prop. And we're going to take Noah Cameron for more than 4.5 strikeouts. I think this is a pretty good spot for Noah Cameron pitching against the White Sox. If we look at the White Sox this season against left-handed pitching, the White Sox have been a pretty high strikeout team against lefties. They do have the 7th highest strikeout rate, 24.3% against lefties this year. And then if you look at their offensive numbers, the White Sox have been a league average to a below league average offense against lefties. They definitely haven't been as bad against left-handed pitching as they were last season. I think last season the White Sox were by far the worst team in the league against left-handed pitching. That hasn't quite been the case this year, but they still rank below league average in pretty much every offensive metric against lefties, and they're striking out a good amount. Now, if you do look at their strikeout rate over the last month, the White Sox haven't been striking out as much against left-handed pitching as of late, but that doesn't scare me too much in this spot for Cameron, because if you look at this White Sox lineup, there's still a lot of high strikeout guys in this lineup. Only 2 hitters in this lineup have a strikeout rate below 22% this season, and that's Edgar Quero and Miguel Vargas. Those are the only 2 hitters with a strikeout rate below 22%. Everyone else is at 22% or higher. And there's a couple guys that I think have 30% strikeout rates, like Michael A. Taylor. If he's in the lineup, he's got a 30% strikeout rate this year. Colson Montgomery, I think, has a strikeout rate near 30%. There's still a lot of high strikeout bats in this White Sox lineup. So although the White Sox have not been striking out as much as of late, I still think this is a good spot for Noah Cameron to be able to get some Ks. And Cameron's been a decent strikeout pitcher this year. His strikeout rate sits at 20.5%, which is about league average. But if you look at his other metrics, like his whiff rate, he's getting a good amount of whiffs. He's got a 26.5% whiff percentage, which ranks in the 63rd percentile, which is above league average. So having an above league average whiff rate should mean pretty good strikeout stuff for Cameron. His strikeout rate this year, again, sits a little bit below league average, but I wouldn't be surprised if you do see that strikeout rate start to go up. We have seen Cameron racking up some Ks as of late, had 8 Ks against the Mets, 7 against the Cubs, 6 against the Guardians. Only had 1 strikeout against Toronto, but that was a really tough matchup for strikeouts, one of the toughest matchups possible. And then last start against the Twins, he had 4 Ks, but the Twins have also been kind of a low strikeout team against left-handed pitching. So I think this does set up as a really good spot for Cameron to be able to get some Ks. Like the matchup a lot for him against the White Sox. Cameron has also been a little bit better at home when it comes to getting strikeouts. If you look at his splits this year, at home and on the road, at home, he's got a 23.5% strikeout rate. On the road, only 17.5%. So his strikeout rate is 6% higher at home than it is on the road. I think that's another benefit here. Cameron going to be pitching at home where he's been able to rack up more Ks this season. So yeah, for that reason, all those reasons, we're going to be taking Noah Cameron for more than 4.5 strikeouts. So we got 3 plays here, guys, for this slate on Friday. We're taking a 2-pick stack of Jeremy Pena and Jose Altuve over 6.5 fantasy score, and then we're taking Noah Cameron for more or over on 4.5 strikeouts. So 3 plays. Let's try and go 3-0 on these 3 plays for today. Went 3-0 on our 3 plays on Wednesday, and let's see if we can run it back here for this slate on Friday. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support on these Prizepicks videos. Make sure you hit that like button down below for me. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks, again, sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, play $5, you're going to get $50 worth of free lineups instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. But good luck as always. See you guys in the next video. Let's win some money tonight.